There are moments in life when you expect control, when you believe you know exactly how the other person will respond. I thought I had that control the evening I sat across from my husband, Ethan, at our kitchen table. What I didn't realize was that his reply would turn everything upside down. 4 months, I had been restless. Our marriage had started to feel routine. The excitement was gone. I compared him constantly with others, friends' husbands who seemed more successful, more exciting, more ambitious. Ethan, steady and calm, never tried to compete. He was content with a modest job, evenings at home, and quiet weekends. But I wanted more. Or at least I thought I did. When a man at work began showing me attention, I let myself be drawn in. He was bold, charming, always making me feel special. He whispered things Ethan hadn't said in years, and in my foolishness, I convinced myself that he was better. That night, I sat across from Ethan, determined to shatter his world with the words I thought would set me free. "I'm leaving you," I said coldly. "I've found someone better. Someone who understands me." The words hung in the air like poison. I expected Ethan to beg, to fight, maybe even to break down. I braced myself for anger, for a storm. But instead, he looked at me steadily, his expression unreadable. "Someone better," he repeated softly. "Yes," I said, lifting my chin. "He has ambition. He makes me feel alive. He gives me the attention you've stopped giving. I don't want this quiet, predictable life anymore." For a long moment, Ethan said nothing. He leaned back in his chair, folded his hands, and studied me. His calmness unnerved me. Finally, he spoke. "I see. And you really believe he's better than me?" "Yes," I answered quickly, though my voice wavered. Ethan nodded slowly, then sighed. "I won't stop you. If you truly believe that man is better for you, then you should go." His words hit me harder than I expected. I had prepared for a fight, not surrender. "That's it?" I asked, confused. "No," he said quietly. "There's more. I've spent years giving you stability, loyalty, and love. I've sacrificed promotions to be home for dinner with you. I've chosen this quiet life because I thought it made you feel safe. And now you say you want someone better. So let me tell you what better really means." He leaned forward, his voice firm but steady. "Better isn't a man who flirts with you at the office when it's easy. Better isn't someone who promises excitement but hasn't proven they'll stand by you when things get hard. Better isn't charm that fades the moment reality sets in. Better is someone who will hold your hand when you're sick, who pays the bills even when work drains them, who still looks at you every day and thinks, 'I choose her.' That's better. That's me." My mouth went dry. His words cut deeper than anger ever could. "You're free to leave," Ethan continued, his eyes unwavering. "But don't fool yourself into thinking you're walking towards someone better. You're walking away from the one person who has always chosen you, even when you stopped choosing him." I felt the weight of silence crush me. The certainty I had carried into that conversation began to crumble. The man at work suddenly seemed shallow, temporary. Ethan, the husband I had dismissed as ordinary, was showing me a strength I hadn't appreciated in years. I tried to speak, but my throat closed. Tears burned my eyes. "Ethan, He raised his hand gently. "No. Don't apologize because you're afraid of losing me. Apologize when you truly understand what you almost threw away. Until then, I won't stand in your way." I sat there in shock, my whole world spinning. I had expected to leave him broken. Instead, he left me questioning myself, questioning everything I thought I wanted. That night, I couldn't sleep. I kept replaying his words, realizing how blind I had been. I had mistaken comfort for boredom, devotion for weakness. I had almost given up a man who, in silence, had been stronger than anyone else. When morning came, I looked at him as he quietly made coffee, the same way he had every day for years. And for the first time in a long time, I saw him clearly, not as ordinary, but as extraordinary in ways I had failed to see. I had told my husband I'd leave him for someone better. But his reply left me stunned, and made me realize I already had the best.